Okay, so you're ready to start investing. That is awesome. But where do you even begin? It can feel like you're staring at this giant, complicated menu with 1,000 different options, right? It's super overwhelming. But don't worry. Today, we're going to cut right through all that noise and focus on the very first and maybe the most important choice you're going to make.
And it all boils down to this one big question. Should you put your money on a single company by buying its stock, kind of like trying to pick that one perfect apple from the tree? Or should you spread your bet with something called an index fund, which is way more like buying a whole basket of different fruits? Both can grow your money, but for a beginner, picking the right path from the get-go is absolutely crucial.
All right, so here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about that big choice. Then we'll break down exactly what stocks and index funds are, we'll put them head-to-head, give a clear recommendation for beginners, map out a super simple starter plan, and then talk about your next step to building wealth.
And listen, if you're feeling a bit lost right now, that is totally normal. When you first start looking into investing, you hear all these terms, stocks, funds, ETFs. It's like a whole other language. But our goal today is to make it all make sense. Okay, before we dive in, a quick but really important heads up. This is all about education, giving you the tools and the knowledge to understand your choices. But remember, any kind of investing has risk, so it's so important to do your own research and make decisions that you feel good about. Okay? Let's do this.
So let's get right to it. What are these two things anyway? We're going to keep this really simple so you can see the huge difference between them. All right, first up, individual stocks. When you buy a stock, you're literally buying a tiny piece of a single company. You become a part owner. If that one company does incredibly well, your little piece can become worth a whole lot more. It's a very focused bet on one business's success.
Now, an index fund is a whole different ballgame. Imagine that instead of one piece of one company, you get a big basket. And in that basket are teeny tiny pieces of hundreds or even thousands of different companies. So instead of just owning a slice of Apple, you own a sliver of the entire market, like the 500 biggest companies in America.
So we've got the solo act versus the whole band, the single apple versus the fruit basket. How do they actually stack up against each other when you're just starting out? Let's put them side by side and see who wins on the things that really matter.
Okay, let's break this down. First, let's talk about risk. With a single stock, yeah, it's high. I mean, all your eggs are in that one company's basket. But with an index fund, because your money is spread out, the risk is much lower. Next up, effort. You guys, picking stocks is practically a part-time job. You have to research companies, read reports, follow the news. It's a lot. Index funds? They're the definition of set it and forget it. Super low effort. And finally, the big one everyone wants to know about, potential return. This is the siren song of individual stocks. You could find the next big thing and see massive returns. An index fund, on the other hand, isn't trying to be a lottery ticket. It's designed to give you the solid, steady average return of the entire market.
This right here, this is the perfect picture of owning a single stock. It is a total roller coaster. You can get those incredible, thrilling highs, but man, you also get those stomach-churning drops. It's a ride that definitely requires nerves of steel.
But now, look what happens when we draw the path of an index fund right on top of that. See the difference? Wow. While it still has its natural ups and downs, the journey is so much smoother. The ups aren't as crazy high, but the downs aren't nearly as scary low. And that long-term trend is a much steadier climb.
And if you're still thinking, yeah, but I can pick the winners, get ready for this. This number is a real eye-opener. Over the long haul, something like 90% of professional fund managers, the people whose entire job is to pick stocks, they fail to do better than a simple, boring market index fund. Let that sink in for a second. The pros can't do it reliably. That's a huge reason to maybe rethink trying to do it yourself.
So when you put it all together, the high-effort, high-risk roller coaster versus the low-effort, steady journey, the picture for a beginner starts to get really clear. There's a path that just makes way more sense when you're starting out. For the vast majority of people who are new to investing, the answer is simple. Start with low-cost index funds. Seriously, it's the strategy that some of the most successful investors on the planet, like Warren Buffett, recommend for most people. And there's a good reason for that.
So why are they such a great starting point? Well, it really boils down to 4 big things. 1, you get diversification instantly. 2, that means your overall risk is way lower. 3, it is simple and totally hands-off, saving you a ton of time and stress. And 4, they have a proven track record of delivering solid returns over the long term.
So what does this actually look like? Here's a classic, simple starter portfolio. You could put a big chunk, maybe 70%, into a fund that tracks the big US companies. Then you'd want some global flavor, right? So you'd add about 20% in an international fund. And finally, to add a little bit of stability, you could put 10% in bonds. That's it. It's a simple, balanced recipe to get you going.
All right, enough talk, right? Let's turn all this theory into actual action. And I promise you, the best part is that getting started is so much easier than you probably think. You don't need to be rich, and you don't need a finance degree. You just need a plan.
Here we go, your simple 4-step plan to get in the game. Number 1, open an account with a broker that's known for being easy to use. Number 2, choose a broad, low-cost index fund, like one that tracks the S&P 500. Number 3, make it a habit. Set up automatic investments, even if you're starting with just a small amount. Consistency is everything. And number 4, and this is so important, think long-term. Plan to just let your money sit and grow for at least 5 years.
Okay, wow, we have covered a ton of ground, haven't we? From what these things even are to a real concrete action plan. So let's just tie it all together with a nice, neat bow so you know exactly what your next step is. When you strip it all away, this is the choice you're making. Individual stocks are the high-effort, high-risk path with a high-potential payoff. Index funds are the low-effort, lower-risk path with solid market returns. For most of us, that steady path is the surest way to get where we want to go.
And just remember this, the goal isn't about getting rich overnight. It's about building real, solid, lasting wealth for your future self. The most powerful thing you can do is just start. Start small, stay consistent, and be patient. You are doing something truly amazing for your future. So, now I'll turn it back to you. After going through all of this, which path feels like the right one for you to start your journey? The high-stakes climb or the steady road? Honestly, whatever you decide, just taking that first step is the biggest win of all. You've totally got this. Thanks for watching.